Coming up on the Final FronTia.
I must be but a piece of shit on your shoe. My friend has gone to the Doctor Who BBC set. You didn't even tell me. Today we will be settling the score.
Isn't it nice that we're in the same room together now?
Dead to me.
Fine, let's settle the score. Let's do it. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. This is weird.
Yes, it is.
Because we're in the same country.
Yeah, well, and also it's weird because neither one of us are in drag. They've done this thing where they now know we can turn and sort of bend our bodies more. Whereas when we're in drag, the chairs need to be angled.
Yeah.
So we're not like, we're like this going, hi, how are you? Are you good?
With the corset that I wear all the time.
You've worn a corset on occasion.
I've started to do it more.
Yes.
Because I've gained weight.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why.
I've done it less because I've gained weight.
I started just doing drag a bit more, like properly. Sometimes.
Why start now?
Why?
Luke, why start now?
So you were on the podcast before?
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah.
When was it? It was a while ago.
I am here, everyone.
Okay.
Okay. Because of some grievances. And I have some grievances with someone I believed was a good friend.
Please raise those grievances. Fine.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
You, Lawrence.
Lawrence.
No, I have some grievances because this lovely person sat opposite me.
Thank you.
Kofi. I thought we were really close. I thought, you know what? He has always got my back. I've got her front.
Yep.
We've got each other.
We do.
And we've shared a lot of personal things with each other.
We have secrets.
We've supported each other through so many things. And then I get to Berlin.
Yeah.
And I open my phone. And I'm scrolling.
Yeah, as you do.
I'm trying to just melt my brain before having to do makeup.
Yeah, pass the time.
And I see a video of you in somewhere that looked like the TARDIS set.
Yes.
And I watched it twice. And I clicked on the video, started reading the comments. There was a lot of comments. And I'm looking at this video. I watch it twice. I zoom into the corners. I say, she can't have been there because she would have told me. My friend who I've done Doctor Who things with before, we always talk about Doctor Who. We share fun stories about Doctor Who. We have gotten on quite a lot because of Doctor Who.
Yeah, so true.
There's no way my friend went to the official Doctor Who TARDIS set and didn't tell me about it. So I zoomed in. I'm looking for a green screen fuzzy edge. I'm looking at this wig that was from Day at the Seaside Runway from RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 2. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, oh no, she's there. My friend, who I have shared a lot of things with, private and public, has gone to the Doctor Who BBC set. And I didn't expect you to send pictures. I know things can be risky with phones. You didn't even tell me. I told you when Kathy Griffin came to watch my fucking shitty show in Los Angeles and you couldn't even fucking tell me you were on the Doctor Who TARDIS set. I must be but a piece of shit on your shoe. I must be but gum on your feet scraping off with a bit of wood. So that's why I'm here. I'm fuck her.
Okay, so for the benefit of everyone listening and watching at home, who may have thought that was a bit, Lawrence is deadly serious.
No,
this is real.
Yeah, I FaceTimed her in Berlin, and I threw the camera around it multiple times.
You did. You stamped on it.
Yeah,
as well.
Like a roach.
You did.
Like a roach.
Yeah.
And I was just so shocked that you would do that. I mean, it was so out of character of you.
Yeah.
Because you're a drag queen, some may say.
Allegedly.
And you didn't even want to brag about that to one of your friends? The fuck are you? What has happened?
As the world's only humble drag queen, I just forgot to tell you.
Oh, you forgot?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Today we will be settling the score because, I mean, we're going to talk a bit before this, obviously, but you recently won Mastermind.
I did win Mastermind with my specialist
best
subject.
of a bad bunch.
Well, actually, genuinely, yeah. But that's also
you're not meant to agree.
That's also how I won Drag Race UK versus the World. So,
well, shit.
We all watched it.
I mean, so we can relate on that. But you were the bad bunch. But
Correct.
You were all the bad bunch. Yeah, so you won Mastermind, and your specialist subject was Christopher Eccleston's incarnation of Doctor Who.
Correct.
So 2005.
Yeah.
And if I needed to get that niche, I probably could have won Mastermind too.
Can I explain to you why it was that niche?
Oh, go on.
So they asked me what I wanted my specialist subject to do. And I said, Doctor Who. And they went, too broad. Can you narrow it down? And I was like, okay.
There's so many things they could ask you about.
Yeah,
in a good way, you would think.
And then I was like, 2005 onwards, Doctor Who. And they were like, too broad. Can you narrow it down to a doctor? And I was like, I could do and they were like, I'm going to stop you there. Someone's done David Tennant. Someone's done Jodie Whittaker.
I would eat up David Tennant.
And then I was like, okay, I'll do Matt Smith. And they were like, he was on it for too long. We've only got a few weeks to write the questions. Can you choose Shooty or Christopher Eccleston? Because they didn't do as
one
many.
Season.
Yeah.
Oh no, Shooty did 2.
Yeah, but it was like 8
1.5
episodes or something.
Yeah.
So I went with Christopher Eccleston because I was like, well, I just watched Shooty. I'd rather rewatch something I haven't seen for a while to revise for it. So it wasn't my choice that it was that narrow a bracket. They basically were like, can't be asked to write loads of questions.
Or do that much of a deep dive, I guess.
It's a lot. But yeah, they made me narrow it down.
Wow. And so you won that.
Yeah.
And I knew all the answers to your questions. I watched, like many.
Did you see... So I also...
Your lace.
You did see my lace. Did you see the festive finish line? Because I did that.
No, I never saw that, but the white wig and the red dress.
Yeah.
I don't think. I just walked into that.
The gag of that is you have to then do a final round on your own to win, and you're being chased by the wall.
So even if you've won.
Yeah.
Wait, and bring on the wall.
Kind of
you
that.
Make the poses?
No, not that one. Right. Different show.
I would love that. I want to do the wall. I think Alison Hammond's bringing that back.
Yeah, I think she is.
Should
we do it?
Back. I want to do it.
Can we be a team?
With the helmets and everything, Lawrence squared.
Yeah.
That would be sickening.
Good. I'm very tall,
if
though.
we make up.
Okay, if you forgive me.
If we make up.
This is very intimidating. If you beat me in the quiz, is that what that means?
Sure.
I feel like people tuning in and being like, oh, it's going to be so
They think this is bad.
And lovely. Yeah, no, it's
they think
very...
This bad. I was heated.
There's security here right now.
There's security. Oh, behind these cameras?
Yeah.
Security.
Yeah.
Like at a bank. And neither one of us are rich. So, well, you're richer than me, prize money. But must be nice. Yeah, I was furious. I double checked on our WhatsApp, 21 minutes of beatdown from me. That phone call was 21 minutes.
And it was a constant barrage. It wasn't a comment. It was 21 minutes of solidly...
I tried to...
Discover.
I tried to make it... I tried to go, well, that's amazing and I'm really happy for you. And it actually just came off so insincere that I just backtracked and I was like, yeah, I hate you. I'm furious.
That is so valid.
I dislike you.
But
sincerely.
Isn't it nice that we're in the same room together now to do this instead of FaceTime?
Oh, I've been thinking about this for a while. I've been thinking about this. Tell them I replied to your story as well. It wasn't just the video call. I also replied to the story with crying emojis.
You replied very specifically with the emoji that has a single perfect tear falling, which is the most emotional of all the emojis.
Yeah. It's Leonardo DiCaprio hanging off that bit of boat left in the water in Titanic.
I feel like the way that you are filled with venom and anger towards me right now is probably, I feel like World of Wonder have watched this and gone, maybe Tia could be on an all-winner season.
Well, I'm not going to be on an all-winner. Let me tell you, the way Ginger Minge has been treated recently, and look, I love a bit, and I like the humorous memes and all that about Ginger Minge. And look, Ginger Minge lies like a rug. It is public knowledge.
That's a good phrase.
But hello. Yeah. Yes. She does lie like a rug. But also, I am a believer in when you're a comedy queen, which Ginger isn't fashion queen, right? Like she is a comedy queen. She's very funny. She's a glamour toad, all right. And I do believe that truth is stretched for the bit. Too often, I'm going to be honest, too often save your friends or close family members from getting really hurt by the stories you say.
Yeah.
You will change elements of it. So there's like a line of separation. Now I'm aware Cynthia Erivo is not one of Ginger Minj's family members. I do get that. But like, I do understand you have to heighten things for anyone to care.
Yeah, I do feel like that whole Ginger Minj situation has been is a bit out of control.
It is out of control. And the long and short of it is people are jumping on the bandwagon because they just don't like her. Like that is the truth. If it was someone who's like a really publicly loved drag queen, me,
like Bosco.
Bosco or Laska, someone like that who are very publicly well liked, they'd be like, oh girl, it's the bit.
They would.
They're using, I think, a lot of their like personal eye roll with Ginger to like publicly bring her down, and I just feel bad for that.
I also think the rest of the queens, I'll say it, I think the rest of the queens are being a little bit overzealous. Like, it's one thing to be like, well, hang on, we actually did call you to check in on you. That's differently. But jumping on the bandwagon to like, you're no longer defending yourself. You're just like pulling someone else down.
I think Ginger in that interview, the clip saying, no one checked in on me or whatever. I think she probably, and I'm just putting words in her mouth. I've not spoken to her. I'm not super close with her.
Yeah.
I think she's annoyed probably at one or two people specifically that didn't check in on her. And because of what the Drag Race fans are like, didn't want to say, well, I'm annoyed at Georges or whoever she is annoyed at specifically. And I think she's broadened it and said, well, no one checked in on me. And then the queens that probably did went, well, hold up, wait a minute, let me put my fork in it. Latrice Royale lyrics, but
hold up, let me add my two.
Yeah.
Alicia Edwards.
But I think Ginger was trying to not call out one person or two people or whoever she actually has a grievance with, and unfortunately it has backfired.
I also think in the moment, I don't think. I also think in the moment you forget the specifics sometimes, because I know I've definitely said, like, after UK versus the World, I'm sure I probably said out loud, no one defended me in Mayhem with the racism.
Yes, you
but like,
make it drastic.
Hannah Arantxa Teresa, I know for a fact, did say something.
Yeah.
But because other people didn't, it suddenly becomes, well, no one had my back on that. You don't mean the people that did. So I think sometimes you just sort of like talk in hyperbole.
And the long and short of it is you can get 10 compliments, right? You get one insult, you remember the one insult and not the positive things. And that's something I'm actively trying to change right now on social media is like, why do I feel comfortable not replying or liking or engaging with any of the lovely comments people put on my pictures? But as soon as there is one negative, we all have this sort of sense of entitlement that you have to like us. And that irks me. We should be grateful for like anyone that cares, good or bad. But it's human nature to act out when you are made fun of, or you know what I mean, or you're made to feel small.
I don't entirely agree with you saying like we have this feeling that everyone has to like us. I think everyone has the feeling that the better thing to do if you don't like something is not to do that thing. So like there is no reason if you think that picture of Lawrence Chaney is bad to comment and say, this picture of you is bad.
So why did you?
Because it was bad. I needed to let you know.
Yeah, let me know.
But I'll get on my TARDIS and fly back into the past and delete the comment. Too soon. Well,
ever seen Lady Gaga's music video for Perfect Illusion?
Yes. I thought for a second you were going to do that.
No, I wouldn't. Not on camera. Not on camera. Insurance. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, honestly, personally, I did feel like I'm on tour right now. That's why I'm here in the UK. And that's the United Kingdom. So it's me, Bimini, Taste, and Ahura. And I have such a good headspace on this tour compared to the last one because it was like the first or second tour after COVID lockdown and everything.
You mean the season 2 tour? Or you mean the United
remember
King
we
Dolls
did
tour?
the United King Dolls one. Because I did that one with Cherry and Estina first.
Yes.
And then I did the United King Doll one.
Yes, okay.
On that tour, and I'm going to acknowledge that I have worked on myself as a human being, but I'm not perfect. I did feel a sense of entitlement and kind of still do. And I'm working through that because I should just be grateful that anyone likes my drag. And you know, I'm a big believer in like when you're a performer, when you go out on stage and it's maybe you've never been in that place before, the town or the city or whatever, you earn your respect. You know, the crowd don't need to be screaming at you doing the bare minimum. Like you do have to earn the love and like adoration from people. And I think it's, for me, I was in such a negative head space on that tour in 2021 because everyone was telling me basically, again, I'm saying everyone.
But it was like 3 people.
Everyone.
Yeah.
I was so insecure because a lot of people online were saying, oh, this about you or this and you're not this and you're that. So whenever I went to a show and performed, I felt entitled that this audience better eat me up. They better be obsessed with me, or they don't like me. They don't whatever. People can just be indifferent. That show, the show we do now, the United Kingdoms one, it's like Ahura is giving you like fashion and storytelling. Like she does this Edward Scissorhands number, which is amazing. And Bimini is like rock star. Tace is supermodel and dancer beyond. And I'm like the humor. And the only humor on a tour like that, because it's like BPM, and then Heartbeat City, my heart monitor failing. But yeah, and I don't feel a sense of entitlement that the audience should like me. If they like me, they like me. If they don't, like, they're here. We got their money anyway. Like, I don't need to like brag about anything. It's just gross.
Yeah.
You know, and that's on development.
Yeah. I actually feel the same on the Banana Drama tour.
Now, when is that coming? When is that reunion going to happen?
Listen, I actually low-key think, right, stay with me. If we did a Banana Drama show... I
think your verse was sickening and you shouldn't have been that low. I
don't think I should have been in the bottom, but it is what it is.
I'm glad they don't judge girl groups anymore on the whole group.
Yes.
I'm glad they go like, you were singing.
Yeah. I mean, I ended up being in the bottom because of my runway, which I know the ice cream cone is like iconically bad, but I don't think it was that bad.
I'll be honest, compared to the rest of your stuff, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
That, I will say, I watched back bits of our season recently. Mama, that surprise runway in episode 2 was garbage. Bottom of the barrel, gutter track. Like, Ahura, bad.
Yeah.
Sister, bad. Me, what was I doing? I'm fat. And I said, let me ball up tartan that is a huge... Well, I wanted it to be like a big ball gown. And it was just like a little shitty kit. It was bad. It was just bad. And
it was pretty bad.
And you came out looking like, I don't even know. It was your quinceañera. It was...
At least my reveal was quick. Everyone else's reveals were 25 minutes.
It was like, come on. And remember, Bim couldn't pop those balloons, or then the second time, they were meant to have water in them, right? And that made the paint powder turn to like liquid, and it was going to splat everywhere, right? And it
didn't splat.
It just didn't do anything.
And also the whole, right, so Bimini's runway could have been
Tace had that hole in the back of that catsuit. Tace had that long human wig on, and I remember watching it. They edited it nicely. Yeah. It was like, I don't know, moth-eaten or trampled on or not finished or something, but by the zip, in that it was like falling away. It was like falling apart.
Also, she took her jacket off. That was her reveal.
I mean, she took it off. Sickening. She is sickening, but I was like, you are so lucky. You are a model.
Yeah.
And the hair was so long it covered that hole that I'm talking about.
And she sprayed blood in your face. Have we spoken about this before? Have you spoken about
Taste
that?
has spoken about it. I spoke about it on my YouTube channel.
That was a gag.
That was wild. And when what I will say, and you know this, it takes a lot for me to get annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm annoyed, that's it. Like
they
very hard.
They listen to the first half of this. They know that when you get annoyed, you're annoyed. Still annoyed?
Very grievance city. I'll be back quarterly with my grievances, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I was furious, and then I was just mad for the rest of that day. Mad for the rest of the season, to be honest. Probably wouldn't have shouted at Ellie Diamond and treated her like shit if Tayson sprayed blood. I don't know about blaming it on that.
No.
Obviously, I still would have. But, you know. Yeah.
I've got a thing about running orders that I want to address with you now.
So have I, apparently.
Apparently so.
I've got a thing.
So, like, there's always... do you know what? I'm not even addressing you. I'm addressing the producers of every season of Drag Race. Why do you...
But they don't come up with a running order.
No, but they always are like, and one person's going to choose the running order, which is like, oh, who's going to do the running order? The running order doesn't matter. In the real world, I don't care.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
Watch me. I'm like, I've changed as a person. Me grandstanding right now about me in 2021 being right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't believe that. In real life, at a show, running orders do matter.
Yeah, it's the flow of the show.
Because to keep an audience, it's the highs and lows, the peaks and the troughs.
Mm-hmm.
For example, no one should close with ballads,
mm-hmm.
right? Or open with a ballad, right? Maybe that's a bit easier to comprehend, but like you don't want to be a Debbie Downer and you want to open with a bang,
mm-hmm.
right? So from that, you understand the running order matters. Now, I agree with you on a TV show where, respectfully, they could chop it up and put whatever, wherever. They could make someone who did a 10-minute set do a 1-minute set and it's flawless.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it doesn't matter there. I'm also over like them giving it as a prize. I'm like, because it's a boring season if no one has any drama.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, well, that's always the prize and that's just how it is. And it's that. And I'm like, but it's a problem if there is also no drama as well.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to toe the line of what is too much drama, what is too personal.
Yeah.
But then like, how do you keep it like feisty enough that it's like, ooh.
See,
you know what I mean?
This is why
it's
I'm
tough.
bad at Drag Race. Because when they, I feel like I'm a producer's nightmare. Because when we had the running order, Hannah was like, so where do you want to go in the running order? And I was like, I don't mind.
Put me where you want to put me.
And she was like, no, like, we're not doing that. Like, where do you want to go? And I was like, well, I think you and I should go first and last because we're the funniest. Like, very calmly. And I think they wanted it to be like, we should put Marina last. So she failed. And I was just like, we should have the hardest slots because we're fine.
Yeah.
So I kind of ruined that whole running order thing.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
And if I've already asked you this before on the last podcast we did, I apologize.
We might have already spoken about this.
But did you feel you did so much better when you won that Snatch Game on UK vs. World? Or is it because I remember Bimini was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, where it's like, well, they can edit it however they want. You're not like home run winner for anyone.
Can I be so for
real? Was
real?
It pretty obvious on yours?
So, yes. On UK versus the World, it was, to me, extremely obvious that me and Hannah were the top two.
Gotcha.
But I will also say my Mel B and my Anne Boleyn are the same thing with a slightly different accent. There's no difference between me being like, oh, Eddie Murphy, and me being like, oh, Henry VIII. It's the same thing, which was kind of a thing on my part that I wanted to be like, can I just basically execute the same Snatch Game?
Exactly the same.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. The difference is on our original season, we'd come back from COVID. We were uncertain.
I'd not performed in 8 months.
We hadn't performed for 8 months. I remember you and I specifically, I remember looking down the line and I was like, okay, Lawrence also has tears in their eyes before this has even started.
Yeah.
Because I was like welling up and I was like, I'm about to burst into tears. Am I going to have a panic attack before we even started Snatch Game? And then I looked down and I was like, Lawrence looks like they're about to cry. Okay, it's not just me. That helped me like not freak out. The second time I was like, it is what it is. The difference is, first time, I think every single one of us did a decent job. I think in other Snatch Games, you and I might not have been in the bottom two on other UK seasons.
On US seasons.
Especially on US seasons. 100%, not even close.
Yeah. So-and-so's doing The Housewife. See you next week.
Yeah, like, exactly.
See you next week.
But like,
we'll be good.
Our season was, because Ahura was low, and I was like, I thought Ahura was in the top.
Do you remember Ahura? I know, I remember thinking the leg thing was really funny. Yeah. Ahura turned around to me after quite clearly I bombed. Like, quite clearly, and Michelle doing that. Like, remember, it was Michelle and Gemma were the contestants.
Yeah, Gemma asked when we were going to get up and do our songs.
Oh,
that was crazy.
No, remember, she goes, nah, I love all of you, but you are someone else to taste. And they were like, don't judge them now. Don't hint at whatever. But Michelle doing these faces, like, all this, and you're like, oh, do that and pick up.
Yeah.
Don't put me off.
But it does put you off, doesn't it?
It does. It
there
really
was one
does.
point where we went, okay, yeah.
No, remember, she went, another one? Or something. Remember, it was like, do I have to do another one? Oh, she didn't want to ask another question. It was something like that. Yeah. I remember.
Rough.
But I remember Ahura after Snatch Game, I'm already crying, sobbing. And Ahura turns around and goes, well done. Like, wow.
No.
But not in, and she meant it really sincerely.
I think maybe she doesn't understand comedy, because respectfully, I was there.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was crunch.
I think
Crunch City.
Munch, crunch. It was rough. I do think other people were also bad.
If I ever went back, and it is because the Ginger Minge thing has put me off, because people are like, it was so biased when Ginger Minge won. Well, if it was biased for Ginger Minge to win, I can only imagine what it would be like if I went back. I'd walk in and go, hey, and she'd go, and win. And it would just, I don't think it would be a good career move.
No.
Backlash wise. For me.
But
if I did do Snatch Game again, I would do Bimini. I would wear like a 2-piece bikini, like just dental floss.
That's so funny.
And like one of these blonde wigs, like a mullet, greased up.
A huge mullet.
The like black eyeshadow suggestion of BB cream. And like a lip outline, and I'd be like, you're right, babes. My name's Bimini Bullish, and I'm vegan. And I would eat rich, but I'm vegan, so I'm just going to go swimming with sharks. She's obsessed with swimming with sharks, by the way. She sends voice notes, Mama.
Can I just say that James also produces Bimini's podcast, The Pieces?
No way! I'll see you tomorrow.
Is cracking up in the corner. Just like, yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. I just do impressions of her to her, and she loves it.
That's so funny.
You want to hear some of them?
Yeah.
I'll play them down. I'm going to play them down the mic. Okay, here we go.
Exclusive.
I love Melbourne, honestly. I really love Melbourne. Don't get me wrong, I do love Sydney, because I love the beaches and Sydney.
Wait, is that you?
I like surfing culture. But I just think Melbourne's dead cool.
And then this is me replying.
My highlight to me was Perth, because of all the sharks. Like, I love the sharks. I love the fins of the sharks, the blowholes of the sharks, and the teeth of the sharks. It's beautiful. I just love the sharks. Even when they tear apart people. Like, one of my favourite films is Jaws. I love Jaws.
Indistinguishable.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because I thought that was you doing an impression of her, because respectfully, it sounded ridiculous.
I literally said to Bim, I said, you've become a caricature of yourself. And she went, oh, wish was. I love her.
That's fierce.
I love
really
Bimini
fierce.
so much.
That's really fierce.
It's weird because when you get her going about something political, oh, she will not. She's very, very, very opinionated with that stuff, and is very competent and all that. But the other time she talks about day-to-day stuff, she's just sort of like speaking out loud. She's like, I'm just going to go get some like vegan cream cheese. It's made from cashews. And like, did you see her?
You sound exactly like James? Please back me on this. It sounds exactly like her.
James, can we do this again? Because I'm not really feeling it, to be honest with you. No, but right,
That's wild.
I can do a really good Bimini. I could do Bimini, but could do it. So.
I actually think you can. On that note,
Yeah.
we've got a bit of a game, which is actually
a score to settle.
Well, no, that's another game. We've got another game that is Drag Race related.
Okay.
James, over to you.
I did not know about this. I hate you.
So I'm going to name some Drag Race queens, and you've got to say the first word that comes into your mind.
And you want a word, or it can be one of their catchphrases?
Either.
Are you going to say, can you do, like, say the name and then go 3, 2, 1, and then we have to say the
fine.
word? Okay.
And there's a mixture of UK and US.
Love it.
Okay,
Love it.
Okay, first one. Jonba's blonde. 3, 2, 1, go.
Irish.
Top of the morning, I tell you.
Yeah.
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 Basically the same.
Sasha Colby. 3, 2, 1, go.
Goddess.
Ponytail.
Mine was better. Oh, please.
What?
Crystal Versace. 3, 2, 1, go.
They
Black.
are.
Hair. She always wears black hair. She wears a lot of black, straight hair. Did you
And
say
I said
that?
she's there.
Okay, yeah.
Well, she's. Never mind.
She does. She loves like that kind of Kim Kardashian like black hair.
Yeah.
That's why I said black.
Yeah, and like she loves black eyeliner. I've seen her do like a black lip before.
Blackface. What's the next one?
Alyssa Edwards. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hates me.
Oh,
Hates
what?
me. She.
Why?
Well, I don't think she actually thinks of me. But
Give me the lore.
when me and
She
Hannah,
is probably indifferent.
yeah, she doesn't.
Probably
She
indifferent.
would not recognize me if I walked down the street. But when me and Hannah were doing Binge Queens, there was this one bit where they had to like guess the population of like the country they lived in, and she said like 100 billion in the United States, and Hannah was like, "Well, that's ridiculous. Like there aren't even 100 billion people on the planet." And I said, "Oh, she's just attention seeking. Don't worry." She was really upset about it. Sorry for my way of speaking, but she DM'd me about it. Yeah. And she was like, attention seeker. You of all people saying that. I was like, I'm the least attention seeking person in the world. But
What I will say, drag queens calling out other drag queens for attention seeking is generally crazy.
That's what I said.
With you, I understand because you are like shrinking violet.
Yeah.
Like it is, to me, I don't think it's attention seeking. I do just think Americans are brought up with like America. It's like America. So the most of the population must be in America.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily blame her for that.
No, but
I blame the state of Texas. No.
the state of American education is what we blame for it. All drag queens are attention seeking. We literally went on a competition reality show to win a sparkly crown and scepter.
Well, and no shade when the first half when we did not like each other of our season, and like Ginny Lemon and you were like, "How dare Lawrence speak?" And I remember being like, "Y'all are they filming these cameras? Are we filming this?"
I don't think I said, how dare Lawrence speak.
What was finish your sandwiches or whatever.
Sure.
But Ginny did. I mean, it was like, Bastina was eliminated 3 hours ago. How dare you speak?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, y'all ain't saying nothing nice. Y'all ain't saying nothing good. We gotta
keep it going.
We gotta spice it up.
Spice up your life.
Like, and taste can be like, strap it in, strap it on, buckle up, and get ready for me to fuck you because it's you, it's me, it's us. That's what happens when Taste speaks.
Yeah, she doesn't really make sense, is what I've discovered.
Love it.
Just says noises.
Love it.
If Taste is on this list, that's our response to that one.
Yeah, it's you.
It's me.
Strap it on, strap it up, and fuck it, because I'm here. It's like that,
Yeah,
right?
that's
her on mic voice. She's not like that in person.
Do you have an Ahura impression as well? Because you've got...
So
Oh my God.
so I'm from Worksop, and my mum was telling me, right, and
How close is that to your Veronica Green?
not very close.
Okay, there we go.
Not very close at all.
We've got 2 more.
Okay, hit me.
Marmalade. 3, 2, 1, go.
Won't make an
Fashion.
outfit for me, we'll make an outfit for her.
Made quite a few outfits for me.
Yeah.
She actually made the outfit that I wore on the TARDIS.
Oh, I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Grievances.
Oh, the last one, James. What is it?
Trixie Mattel. 3, 2, 1, go.
Rich.
That was actually...
I was either going to say entrepreneur or rich, but rich is like, it cuts through.
I was going to say Barbie or Rich.
T and
Did you see all of her dolls?
Yes.
Mold.
They're fucked.
Black mold, mama.
That they've been in Katia's attic or something. You know it.
Rough.
You know it. That sucks.
And she loves them. It literally feels like we've been talking for like 10 minutes because we're friends.
No, not after you visiting that set. We're not. We
Okay,
ain't friends.
fine. Let's settle
Dead
the
to me.
score. Let's do it. Lawrence has campaigned for us to do a Doctor Who quiz so that they can prove that they're the biggest Doctor Who fan.
And if I win, I get the Mastermind trophy.
Okay, if you win, you can have the Celebrity Mastermind trophy. And if I win, as Lawrence has publicly agreed and signed a contract for, I get the season 2 crown.
Oh, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Good luck, my fellow friend. Yeah.
Mhm.
Bring it.
I'm actually terrified.
No, bring it.
Question 1.
For Tia. Yeah.
Tia Kofi. What was the name of the first ever Doctor Who serial broadcast in 1963?
I know.
Well, the first episode is An Unearthly Child. So is that the first serial? Yes, An Unearthly Child.
Correct.
Right.
I was going to say the same thing. That's so annoying.
Okay.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Which companion has the highest on-screen kill count?
Interesting.
No, I have a grievance with this because that's pure speculation. Who's watching Doctor Who doing a kill count? I see. It's great. Oh, mama, that's right or wrong. Do I get points the closer I get to? Oh, right. Well, I'm just gonna guess Leela.
Incorrect. Tia Kofi.
A chance to seal. I'm going to go for a real curveball here. I think it's... I can't even think of someone who's killed someone. I'm randomly going to say Amy Pond.
Incorrect.
Is it Donna or something like that? Because of the Dr. Donna, she killed all those
maybe.
guys.
It's Ace.
I was thinking Ace.
Oh, mama, there's no way.
I was
Leela
thinking-
was slitting people's throats
Ace had
on that planet,
Ace
the
had a
face of
baseball
evil.
bat.
Nah,
Ace
I
did
mean,
have a
this is
baseball bat.
already fuckery, but at least you
No.
lost that one.
Yeah, fine. 3.
How many times can a Time Lord regenerate? In traditional belief.
Now, I know this, but you're going to ask me, so it'll be like, what does Ace douche with?
They have...
Oh, I mean...
Wait, because I can't remember if that's the number of times or the number of regeneration. So I think
Oh, mama, you
Matt
know.
Smith who needs the extra one, and it was before we knew, or was it after we knew about the War Doctor? So I think, yeah, because the Valiard is like between the Doctors.
Can I steal it?
No, I'm going to say...
No, I'm stealing it.
I'm going to say 12.
That is correct.
What?
12 regenerations, 13 lives.
Yeah. That's what I was struggling with.
The word fuckery.
Oh.
Oh.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
What is the name of the Gallifreyan weapon capable of erasing This is so unfair.
No, this is fine. I
Is this
already know.
the Matrix?
Capable of erasing entire species from time itself.
No, I mean, I don't have a clue. Tia? Steal
Tia
it.
Kofi.
Is it the moment?
It is the moment.
You said the Matrix, so I was like, please say the Matrix, because I know it's the moment. Lawrence is rage. Please slow zoom on Lawrence's face right now.
Tia,
Shit. Okay.
this is a follow-up from your previous question. In what episode does the Doctor directly contradict the long-held belief that Time Lords can only regenerate 12 times?
I don't know the answer to this. I feel like, well, he asks for more regenerations in Matt Smith's A Town Called Christmas. So does that count as directly contradicting it because he gained more regenerations?
No.
Technically, he found out that he had more than those, but in what episode does the Doctor directly contradict that Time Lords can regenerate 12 times? I'm going to say...
Right, well, it's been over 10 seconds.
No, it's 10 seconds to steal. It was never established how long it takes for the initial question. I'm going to go really random, and I'm going to say the Day of the Doctor. It wasn't, but it was the only episode I could think of.
Incorrect, Lawrence.
I ain't got a fucking clue. I was thinking exactly the same as you when Matt Smith's old and he's on top of that clock tower and regenerates. Fuck it. I don't know if you know.
I don't know. What episode is it?
The Time of the Doctor, 2013. Next question. Who goes it?
It's for Lawrence, for Larry Chauncey.
Which episode contains the first ever use of the word regeneration despite earlier regenerations having occurred?
Gag.
It's color. Either Spearhead from Space or Robot.
Don't see colour. That's all I wanted to say.
It might actually be Castrovalva. I'm going to go out on a limb because I don't think Sarah Jane or Brigadier know to call it regeneration. I'm going to say Castrovalva because the Master's in it and it's Nissa and all them.
Incorrect. Kofi.
So I have no idea, but Lawrence said it's either Spearhead from Space or Robot. And I truly don't know what either of those episodes are. So just strategically, it's either Spearhead from Space or Robot.
We figured it out, right?
I'm going to say Robot.
Incorrect.
Was it Spearhead from Space?
Incorrect.
Wait, so,
what was it?
Let me name the first step. Let me name. So, Patrick Troughton's first one is Power of the Daleks. I don't think it was that.
No.
Incorrect.
Colin Baker's first one is Twin Dilemma. Is it that?
Incorrect.
I thought.
Oh my God, is it Time in the Rani and the Rani says it?
Incorrect.
What?
Planet of the Spiders, 1974.
Oh my God, and that's the one where John Pertwee regenerates.
That makes so much sense.
Fuck.
Because they wouldn't have had it for the.
I'm thinking they would have mentioned it after the regeneration, not before.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Tia Kofi.
Hello.
These are good questions.
They
though.
actually
These are. This is the
UA.
type of questions I'm talking about. I'm not doing this like, what does TARDIS stand for? Like we know.
Who's Susan?
Which episode first establishes that the Doctor's memory can be selectively wiped by another Time Lord without their knowledge?
This sounds like some new Who shit.
I'm gonna be crazy and immediately give my answer as Hellbent.
Correct.
Work. Truly, I have gagged myself with that information. Extracts Clara from her timeline and then gets that thing to erase one of their memories and then it ends up erasing his own.
Lawrence.
Gag it.
What is the only episode not to feature the Doctor or his companions at all?
Okay. At all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Because they always
At
do a
all.
Doctor Light one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the new Who. They always did the Doctor Who Light one. Do you know the answer to this?
No.
I can't think.
Because I keep finding them and then I'm like, no, they're in there.
Everyone, the initial thing people would be at Blink, but he is in it. It's just one of the light ones. I don't have a clue. If you want to make a wild guess, you make a wild guess.
No,
but
I think you should pluck an old one or a new one and just say a thing.
I don't think the old Doctors, they didn't do these Doctor Light ones.
Mm-mm. This is actually crazy.
Let me think. Wait, can I ask a leading question?
You can.
Old Doctor Who as in pre-1996?
Correct.
Oh, it is?
I did think it must be classic because I would have known it straight away if it was New Who.
Yeah. Color or black and white?
I feel like this is a crazy number of questions.
This will be the last permitted question. Black and white.
Not to feature the Doctor or any of his companions.
There's that William Hartnell episode about the TARDIS. It's Edge of Destruction or something it's called. And that, like Susan and all them, like they're all not in it, and it's about the TARDIS goes nuts.
That's a good shout.
3 episode serial? 4? I don't know. Tell me.
Mission to the Unknown.
Right.
1965.
Okay, so that might be because 1965 is still William Hartnell.
In that, I'm gonna get you. That's a missing episode.
Well,
Gag.
Oh, Mulmer.
That's really unfair. So none of us have ever seen that.
Not even the audience.
No.
Mission to the Unknown because it's the prelude to Galaxy 4.
correct.
I don't know what that is.
Fuck! Oh!
This is
That
so
is
real.
so annoying because I'm so good at classic Doctor Who.
And I'm dreadful.
Anyway, was there one more question?
There's one question each.
Okay,
left.
so this
Cool.
is
Tia Kofi.
hello.
Who was the first female actress to portray the Doctor?
You're joking
No,
with this.
I
know it's a trick question, but
I hear the trick, and I raise you, sir, Joanna Lumley.
Correct.
Thank you.
you better fucking show me lip syncing to her saying Joanna Lumley because of that comic relief thing with Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah.
You better because, ooh, girl.
Oh, that's also
Ooh,
one of my favorite things
girl.
ever in comic relief history.
And Lawrence.
Mama. Is this as easy as that one? You gonna
What
fuck me up?
was the first episode to name the Doctor's home planet as Gallifrey?
That's a good question.
You are. Maybe it is the war. Is it the War Games?
That's not the name of the episode.
All right, I've lost. What is it?
The Time Warrior.
Is that
Oh, that's Sarah Jane's first episode, The Time Warrior, with when Lynx, the Sontaran lands in, was it 1066? Like,
was that late?
in the War Games, there's rogue Time Lords in that.
Yeah.
And the Gallifreyans, they step in, or the time, maybe they just said, oh, we're the Time Lords.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, oh, you're being exiled to Earth, and then John, he goes, what's happening?
Yeah.
Stop! And
I thought it would have to be a William Hartnell episode because I can hear him saying Gallifrey, but I'm fairly certain it'll David Bradley as William Hartnell has said.
Or Five Doctors,
Yes.
Richard Herndl maybe said it as that.
So
You
that's
know.
actually quite difficult.
Do you want the final tally? Or
No.
What's the final score, please?
No.
Jimmy.
Tia 5, Lawrence 0.
I will back you, Lawrence Chaney, on the fact that I would not have got a single one of your questions correct.
Well, you stole one of them.
Apart from the one that I got correct, I wouldn't have got a single. Lawrence Chaney, thank you so much for...
Marina was robbed. And thank you all for joining in this, our last interaction publicly ever.
If you'd like to see more from Lawrence Chaney, you can join them on an
Don't
episode
utter my name.
of The Pieces hosted by Bimini, who was robbed.
Touche.